Right, welcome to the Puggle channel today. We are back on F1 2021 and today I am going around Brazil. Brazil was probably the best circuit. Not the, actually no, the best, what was the best? The best was Baku. But, was one of the best ones to drive around. It was one that I obviously knew, I knew so very well. And the car just felt amazing around. Like, in certain parts it didn't. Admittedly, I spun here, and I also spun here, and I also spun around this corner. But that was my own fault. I put the foot down too quickly, and with the change of angles of the track, just made me spin. It's very. I knew why it happened. You know, come on. And well, yeah, it was. Well, this is qualifying 1, and I only did 1 lap in Q1 because this was my first lap. And here we go, down the straights and across the line. Now that was the first lap, got me P12 outside Q1. I've made it to Q2. It's ridiculous. And again, I only did 1 lap for Q2 because, I'm being honest, I'm not sure why. on this lap, I kind of felt like I had done quite a lot to push the car into Q2. I felt like a Williams. It was amazing getting into Q2. I nearly spun it there, went on the grass. It was a little bit messy, but it was as much as I could. For some reason, my car was very... It's going to sound wrong, but it was very attracted to the grass. But yeah, it was, yeah, no, this car was very good through turns 10 into 11, and I could never tell, once again, like the like in the US of A, it was, I could never tell if I could go flat through the second to last, the third to last corner. I could never know if I could go flat through it. And that was turn 11 here. Anyway, didn't do as well, P16.
Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Valtteri Bottas lines up on pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Norris, Sergio Perez, and Sainz. Gasly, Vettel, Stroll, and Esteban Ocon. Raikkonen, Ricciardo, Wang, and Giovinazzi. Leclerc, they'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Russell, Robert Schwartzman, and Fernando Alonso. They've taken a grid penalty. Tsunoda, Mazepin, Mick Schumacher, and Nicholas Latifi. Now, it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track.
Right then, 5 red lights, and away we go. It was a decent start for me, ish. I mean, I say decent. Giovinazzi got a better one, and so did George Russell. But I haven't crashed or anti-stalled. So, you know, there's the bonus. Anyway, Raikkonen is in front of me. Now, the goal here, I felt super fast, and I thought I needed a point. I haven't got one in ages. Charles Leclerc is somehow behind me, because obviously I started P13 on the grid, instead of P16, P13. Anyway, Charles is thinking about it, but I've late braked, got very close to Raikkonen. Down the inside of Raikkonen, here we go. Of turns 9, 6, 8. I dived at 8. I know that. And into turn 10, down the inside of Ricciardo, making money moves. Properly. Now, Stroll is just up the road. Here is the point-paying position. A little bit of a twitch on the grass. That gives Ricciardo another chance. Gets back around me. And now I think I'm under threat from Raikkonen, so I use the ERS to boost away. Anyway, catching back up to Ricciardo. Am I going to go down the inside? Yep, I am. Down the inside, definitely didn't cut any track limits. I don't know what the FIA are on about. Anyway, Ricciardo's done a little switchback. A slow switchback, but he's done a switchback. And I can also see... I'm so confused. I could also see Raikkonen have a go, but then Leclerc got around him. There we go. Got the sentence out. Anyway, this is a hectic first 2 laps. And that was all I got for ages. As you can see, 2 seconds behind, 4 seconds in front. Ridiculous. Bruh, you know what I mean? Anyway, this is my in lap. Gotta put the best lap. I always put the in lap in. Because, why not? It's just another lap. Anyway, I'm going soft to medium. I'm going for a undercut. Don't know why, but I just decided I would. You know, I jazz it up a bit. You can see the train on the mini-map. You can see the little train that's got ahead of me. And now, you may ask, why don't I use the big map? I would get lost when I'm looking at it. Simple as I'd be looking at it and I'd just get lost. It's like when I look up to see what lap I'm on, I always forget where I am on the track, and that's why you see me do a little twitch every now and then. Like on one of the attempts, not one of the attempts, but on the attempt of practice, I went to see where I was, and I unconcentrated and I hit a wall. So, you know, and it's really hard to do around Brazil. Anyway, into the pit lane, very smooth, and as you can see, Ricciardo in front of me was the person that I wanted to jump. Couldn't, but I have slowed him down in the pit lane because gotta wait for the person driving past. Hasn't really helped. He's there anyway. Anyway, 2.4, not as good as last time in Mexico, but still a pretty good pit stop. Yeah. Now, I'm getting a little bit bumping out the pit lane, it's always a bit bumpy out there. And here we go into the next DRS zone. Heavy braking, left, lovely. Now, Ricciardo is 3 seconds up the road. Gasly is on hards. That is an opportunity, if anything. There is also Leclerc, who is probably the furthest he's ever been. 21st. God, couldn't be me. Where's my team? Anyway, this is lap 16. There are 2 laps left. This is the point. I can see P10 up the road. Stroll is just in front of me. I've been gaining on these lot for like I gained 4 seconds in what was it, like 7 or so laps. Ridiculous. Pushed so hard. And here we are. Stroll is just up the road. Stroll has been struggling to get around Ocon. I have got so much pace. 212 miles an hour down the road. Stroll's gone to the inside. I should have just stuck it. I'm stuck around the outside. Stroll's got around. I should have sent it. Or at least stayed. Yeah. I don't know how I would have kept the income to let me in front of Stroll there. But it was a loss. Either way, Stroll is 0.5 in front. My car, it's as I've said before, it feels super fast around it. I don't know why. It's just the track. It let my car really work with the heavy chassis. You know, strange. Anyway, Stroll is literally up the road now. This is the penultimate lap. Ocon's not really a worry. He's on hards. You know, stupid decision. Stroll is the one. I'm not gonna lie. My heart was really pounding at this point. Struggling to focus is what I was doing. Because that is 1 point. 1 point is everything you need in a lower, and like I'm at the Williams stage. It's not a fun point to be in. Where my teammate is P17. I'm trying to hold the weight of the team. Anyway, here's a run, a good run. I should have done what I did to Daniel. I should have done what I did to Daniel there. I've got a horrendous exit out. Now my only thought now was what happened in Brazil, what was it, like 2 years ago, with Bottas against Ocon to the line. That's all I could think about. That was the only way I thought I could get around it, because as you can see here in turn turns into 8 here. No, not here. Here. You can see that was one of the main places to get moves taken. And now the back of my car is stepping out a bit.
There's only 1 lap of fuel.
You can see it. It's dropping it. Anyway, here is turn 10. And yeah, Max Verstappen has won, but that's not what we care about. I care about the exit. I haven't got a good exit. That was the issue. I needed to be up and close to get the toe, get DRS. I could have done it, but I wasn't close enough. I'm gaining, but there's not enough room. If I had one more lap, I would have done it. If I had another lap.
Rubber and bring it home.
More points for Valtteri Bottas, further solidifying his lead at the top of the table. Now, let's discuss, Ants. Who would you say is a contender for Driver of the Day?
Daniel Ricciardo certainly impressed me today. An incredible performance.
It's another clear win for Mercedes as they managed to secure the Constructors' title. An incredible performance for the whole team. It's been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action. I can't wait to see what's next.
Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, goodbye.